Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train. All right, we've done a few Stygian lately. Why not try? Sorry, I've literally said the wrong thing. We've done a few Umbra lately. Let's try Stygian melting with the Tethys Titan's Bane champion. We have not won this combination. We have won with the Soul Guard, who is just infinitely better. But let's try it with Tethys. You never know. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you'll be able to keep him alive. Maybe with melting, if your champion dies, you can just bring him back. And in actuality, that doesn't seem like a very bad idea. It also feels like maybe we should try primitive mold for this, because if our champion dies, we can just bring him back. So let's try it and see how it goes. Depart. A part of me does think that the dregs would be maybe harder, and as a result, maybe more interesting. But honestly, I feel like you have with the exception of damage cards, I feel like you have a much better indication of your run success off of what you get here. You know, drafts are good, and we have a mold for them, but we could have gotten a mold card that would allow us to bring them back anyways, and so even if we had dregs, we could theoretically mold them back, or our champion, or whatever. Doesn't matter. At least we have what looks like to be a pretty good start. Seraph the Patient, hey, for molding back, who cares? Push back? Talos is annoying, but again, if we can just mold our units, who cares? And Arcus with days and spells. Annoying. Magic power or incantabilities? Probably incantabilities. I wouldn't say we have actually we do have a ton of spells, so yeah, we'll probably go maybe like an incant unit, put a draft inside of it, give it another stack of multi-strike, and then with the double incant, that's absurd. Dude, and yeah, friendly units gain +10 on death. Look, I'm not gonna say we're getting lucky, but aren't we? By the way, I'm not just like restarting runs and then only picking good runs because I'm doing local recordings, not streaming, and I could theoretically do that. I freaking told you about the Melting Remnant runs that sucked because apparently when you don't take any damage spells, your champion just freaking dies all the time. This I am actually very much looking forward to seeing how this goes. I still need to kill you though. So I think we absolutely want to mold up a huge bottom floor. Perfect. With just one unit, even if there is a collector behind him, we should be able to get the kill, and the draft can just burn out, who cares? Oh look, it's another draft. I will say, you're a little annoying. 299, you'll actually live in this spot, and you're both dying. Oh my god, how did that happen? Oh, because our draft is doing 25 times 2. Holy cow. Well, we'll definitely put you down. And honestly, if you die, you die. I'll bring you back. I'll bring you back stronger, better, and faster too. Like, you're dead. There's no way that you're gonna actually manage to push through a 40 times 2 draft. This run is looking very good very quickly. Energy Siphon, Crypt Builder, Helical Crystallis. You know, magic power would have been good on the Crypt Builders as well. These are really good, but I really do feel like maybe an Energy Siphon to trigger an incant, or just to make a Crypt Builder do more damage could be a good spell to add in, but I really do feel like in this deck, at least right now, we're building towards units, not spells. Yeah, we have incant, but we want cheap spells. Yes, it's a cheap spell, but I don't know. Can we go draw, take this spell weakness, offer token into a Crypt Builder? I think we don't need it right now, so let's skip, but it is interesting to think about taking it. Apply +10 and burn out 2 to a friendly unit, descend and daze. You know, it's weird. I really think that this is one of the best starting decks having primitive molds in it. And because we have the relic that buffs by 10, we kind of prefer units to die and then come back, but Wicklash can keep a unit alive and just do more damage before it dies. Drip Fall is really nice to descend in days. You can build up a big floor potentially, or just keep enemies around, or manipulate the positioning so that the tanks are in the back. So I think we'll take a Drip Fall. I do like it, and okay, yeah, I mean, yes. I'm kind of throwing my hands up in the air for this one and just saying, yeah, okay, I'm getting lucky. It happens. Large Stone and Burnout. Plus 15, plus 30, and Burnout 3. Harvest and gain 5 gold. You know, the Tycoon seems quite interesting here. We can put Large Stone on him and then he's a great tank, but do we really need a tank? No, but we really don't care if units die. And, you know, draft in a Siren. Yeah, I really do like it. Yes, you can put a Siren in a draft and your incants are gonna get +2/+2, but if you put a draft in a Siren, the buffs from incanting will stay with the unit, so you can mold it, bring it back, and it's a banner unit, so you know you're gonna be actually drawing this unit faster than you would be drawing the drafts. If you put Siren in a draft, these are not banners. They're gonna be maybe the last 2 cards in your draw pile. So it's very tempting for me to say, okay, draft, shove it inside of a Siren of the Sea, and then you have a multi-strike Siren that buffs itself. If it dies, it comes back. It has Burnout, so it doesn't matter if it dies. When it dies, it actually comes back stronger thanks to Resin Block, and then all we have to do is just purge the Train Steward's Frozen Lances, and then we have like a wonderful, fantastic deck, right? So that's what I'm leaning towards, and then a Wickless Tycoon can just go down to suck up all the gold. Are you with me? I hope you are, because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I am going to buff him with Large Stone. I think just having 1 tank is totally fine. Are we gonna buff a draft? I honestly don't see the need to. And are we gonna meld? Here's what I'm learning about pacts. We don't need to. Let's look and see what's coming up. Hey, another Divine Temple here. If we want to meld, we could just meld here. Or, if we really want to, we can meld, you know, a draft in the Siren and then do something else with the unit. But what we're probably going to do is not go to this Hellvent. We're going to... Where the hell is the next unit upgrade? Oh, it is right here. So we could possibly upgrade our Siren, then dupe here. But this has to be a good upgrade, and we have to get enough money. So let's not worry about the upgrades quite yet. I think we're totally fine. This is 8 damage, spikes Grantor, and enemy units are stronger, which shouldn't matter at all because we can just bring back our units. And don't forget, the Siren is scaling. When you play it and buff it, it will do good things for you. So in this situation, I think we should just play the Tycoon. And then I think we do want to play the draft, which is getting both kills, but I honestly think we also want to play the Tethys Titansbane down here. Siren of the Sea can just go down, and we'll put it down at the top floor so we can get as much incanting as possible. It'll be the last line of defense. And it also kills the Collector. But for now, oh hey look, it's a draft. You're doing 9, so we really do need to have the draft here. And then +4/+4 per incant is insanely good. So we just do yacht, and yacht, and yacht. Draft died, but who care? Let's do a yacht. Always remember to get your incants going on up there. Taking 162. Seems pretty good to me. Yeah. I was very much hoping for this. So we want the draft to die, and then we'll get the gold out of it. I could also drip fall the Siren, and the Siren would certainly get... You know, if we drip fall the Siren... It'll be dazed, and as a result, the Tycoon won't be alive to get the kill. So you know what, let's end turn, because we know the Siren has the kill. Why don't we see if we can get lucky and get the Baron, because if we get the Baron, he might be able to allow us to get 5 more gold. So there you go. Ching! Thank you. Mollusk Mage, offering token, Titan's Gratitude. Pretty much you take an offering token here. Yep. Can't think of anything else. Honestly, I don't think we need another draft. The reason is that now that we have a good unit to put the draft inside of, that's what we would prefer. And we can do it here, or we could save and then do it here and then do the hell venting. There is another late game Divine Temple if we really want to get another one. So I think we just skip. I think we're totally fine. We could even just have a few drafts in the deck to be played with the Tycoon. You know, we can have other units in the deck. So I'm actually kind of thinking, you know, let's just grab it to grab it. Oh, baby. Yeah, okay. Stealth and Extinguish plus 4 attack permanently. Yes, okay, we are going to go to the upgrade path. Hope we get very lucky. We didn't. But we have upgrading to do. We definitely have upgrading to do. How are we gonna do this first? Engage Pact, get rid of the draft, probably put you in the Bounty Stalker. God, that's just so good. We can do the Siren later. This is actually a better unit, a way better unit. And we have another, you know, Pact Shard melding coming up anyways. I do wish that we could do something else. I don't want Large Stone in you. If we reroll, we can't afford an upgrade. Yes, I mean, that's pretty much exactly what you're hoping for. In can't gain armor. If we put Draft in the Siren, we actually don't care about this. We would prefer the Siren to die, which means that the health is not really that meaningful if we want the Siren to die. But you know what? The Tycoon having 90 health is actually pretty decent. Makes him live for a long time, and that's a pretty cheap upgrade. We can dump him later if we have to. Build a card. Armor, Frostbite, Regen. Maybe like Regen 5, maybe Regen 10, maybe Armor 10. Regen is worth more on the tank because he'll be alive longer. But the armor is more immediate and it can keep your champion alive. Full push ascend. I think a push to the back. That way we can also play it on enemy tanks. If we give him like 10 armor and push him to the back, hey, we have access to other units. Or if we push one of our units to the back, then they can maybe survive sweeps. Now, we can't push our tank to the back, but if we pull the enemy, yeah, okay, yeah, no, we want push. Increased capacity, increased gold. I actually think we do want increased capacity on this one because we want to be able to put more units on the floors. But gold, though. Let's go for the capacity. Armor 10, push to the back, add gold, that's fine. Maybe like an intrinsic or a spell chain? Nah, okay. How much damage is this? 210, oh my lord. We don't need it though. So, I mean, here's the thinking. The thinking is that you can push back your champion to the back, give them armor, they can survive a sweep, you can put down another unit on the floor that acts as a secondary tank. And the Bounty Stalker having burnout doesn't matter because you want them to die anyways. This actually makes it a little bit easier to reform them in the future. So we've got a great, this is a little tiny synergy here, potentially. Real question is, where the heck do you put your units? You're gonna have stealth, which means Tethys is gonna die. We can let Tethys die. I actually think what we prefer to do is just permafrost him. We can put down the Bounty Stalker, who's not gonna live for very long. He's gonna burn out immediately. We can put him down on the same floor as Wickless Tycoon anyways. Do we want the Siren to live? I don't think we do. Now you're living. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. But look at this bounty stalker. Comes back as a 33 times 3 already. And the idea is that he is just going to obliterate anything that gets past him. We can duplicate him multiple times. In fact, I don't even think we want the Siren in the deck. I know we have this relic, but like, come on. We have a Hell Vent coming up. Why would we not just duplicate the best unit that we have and then remove everything else so that we just reform him constantly? Can you think of a reason why? I can't. Now you are dying. If I play a draft, you'll still die. I have to play a Train Steward to keep you alive to wipe the floor. That's the only negative about the unit, but it's only a negative about the unit until we give it quick, which would be amazing, because it does have another upgrade slot. Is that correct? Yeah. And if we have 2 of them in the deck, then we can just, play them early, and then they're killing the units, put it behind the Wickless Tycoon, everything's fine. And you're gonna die and come back later anyways. So, I think we do play a Train Steward, which is unfortunate, but I think we do it just to make sure that we get the kills. And don't play Tethys. Tethys is gonna be played behind the Baron, probably. Although, what we'll probably do is maybe reform back our... What the hell's the matter with me? I just clicked the wrong button. We're gonna mold back another unit and then put him back here, but I just literally clicked the wrong button. I mean, I apologize for that one. So we'll play you here. I think we're gonna play you here now because I screwed up. You're gonna be able to kill this floor too, which is good. I don't think we're gonna suffer as a result of my terrible action there, but that was just stupid. So you should actually tank a shot. You're taking 400 damage. You will not make it through the floors. It doesn't matter what unit we bring back, we're gonna be able to kill you. Although, we would love to wait one more turn for this guy to die. Draft, Baron, Siren. You're not getting the kill. Which might be perfect. Tell you what, Siren can get the kill next turn. We would love to, we don't need to replay him. The fact that he burned out already means that he's dead, right? So let's do it like this. Anyways, you're dead. Bum, bum, bum. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times the number of spells in your deck 3 times. If we're going super unit focused, then I don't think we need any of these, although the spells are great, but ideally our units are gonna be great. I mean, this Bounty Stalker, within a few combats, he's gonna be doing 100 damage times 3, so I don't think we need spells necessarily. I think, if anything, we just wanna skip. They're good cards, just not really good for this deck. I do think that a Titan Sentry actually does work here. And what I want to do is just put him in front of the Wickless Tycoon. Yes, I know, that seems weird. Or, you know what, we could put him inside of the Wickless Tycoon, and then we have a unit that can clear the floors on his own and harvest the gold out of him. So I actually think that's pretty interesting. But we need to do some melding, and then we need to get our units out there. I think we also do like draw to get to our melding cards. Capacity we don't really need with the old magic. I think we want draw. As soon as we get to the melding cards, like, this is over. So we love card removal. Train Stewards have to go. And, it's tempting to say that we don't need the Siren, but I guess technically we can keep her for the time being. I do think that, oh, come on. Intrinsic Spell Chain Old Magic is very good. The problem with this is that it's gonna cost 3 energy in order to play them both. We can make it intrinsic and then have it cost 1 to add capacity to a floor. That's not too bad. Yeah, I think we want Titan Sentry out, shove him inside of the Tycoon, and then we've got a great floor clearer. I think that we want to dupe our Bounty Stalker. We're gonna get high on pack shards, but like the unit is going to be absurd. It's already a 34 times 3, and they're just gonna get better. And by adding another copy, we're more likely to draw it. And we only have Stalkers, a Siren, and the Wickless Tycoon as our banner units. I think we'll get rid of the 2 Train Stewards before the Siren, but it is tempting to get rid of her just so that we have strict banner units coming out. But I mean, what can I say? I love this deck right now. Old Magic. We don't need it. You know, I am gonna upgrade it with Intrinsic. You wanna know why? Because we can play it on our champion, push the champion to the back, put him on the floor behind the big unit, and then oh yeah, absolutely. They're gonna blow themselves out on the Frostbite. And then as a result of this, our champion will be able to just murder things. Now we didn't get the unit that we wanted, unfortunately. We can keep the Siren alive. Okay, so we'll just play at the bottom. And with the capacity, we can play the Steward at the front. It's not gonna be great, but she's gonna buff up anyways, thanks to the incanting. So we'll do this. They're not gonna sweep. We should buff her with armor. There's still room down here. You're gonna die. Oh, I would love to kill you. I can. And you're gonna tank. All right, we're gonna take damage. Who cares? Do we preserve a frozen lance? No. We only want to preserve molds, essentially. Molds. And if you die, who cares? I'll just bring you back. And we didn't get a mold, unfortunately, but I can still kill you. I actually don't think we want to play a draft here, because we specifically want the molds. I hate drawing 2 of them early, by the way, but kind of is what it is. I don't know why. Oh, you're just not getting sapped enough to die. So we're gonna have garbage added to our draw pile. On the bright side, now you're all freaking dead. That'll work. I had to think about it. This unit will not be. Oh, you're doing 10 because you have the resolve. You are gonna kill my bounty stalker, you bastard. I was hoping that I could preserve the primitive mold and then we'll play it later, but we can still do it. It's just a little bit more funky because we got to do this, and then we can offering token, and then we can play this, and now you're actually gonna die. You're gonna kill my units, which I suppose is okay. And I could, if I really wanted to, I guess I could descend you, and then you're gonna die down here, and then we're gonna get some gold out of it, and it actually kind of seems pretty good now that I think about it. And then we can play this, and you want to save this, but if I mold you, then here you can die. We can get some gold out of it. Yeah, it seems okay. Okay. Now, our tank is dying. But we are doing 340 damage, so I think all is well in the world. And, I mean, honestly, I think you just mold. I know that their stealth isn't really gonna stick around too long, but that's not the point. The point is they're gonna get the kills. They only died twice, but, you know, that's enough. We don't need them to do any more than that. They're getting buffed slowly. Spell weakness when an enemy unit enters the terrain. I guess I have a couple of spells. Silence! We're fighting Seraph, so we'll immediately grab that. Debuff buff? Dude, resin removal is really good. Gets rid of the spell weakness, or melee weakness. Gets rid of spikes and thorns and damage shields and spell shields. But you gotta love an Engulfed in Smoke for like final battle nonsense. I think we'll take Smoke. Sacred Wicks is a good last ditch consume bring back of units card, but ideally what we're gonna do is remove enough cards that is not going to be a problem. Speaking of, take a look at the spells. We know we wanna make spells cheaper, And actually, with a permafrost, is there anything that we want to make permafrost? I don't know. I think Crypt Builder's consuming is actually fine. I think this being free it's good enough so that we have more to do on turn 1. And then let's, I'll spend cheaply for this. I will, it's tempting to permafrost like a primitive mold. Or permafrost a Crypt Builder and then you know you can grab it with the offering token, or permafrost the offering token and then you know you can hit a Crypt Builder with it. But I think we're just gonna reroll. Remove consume. Pretty bad. Make this one better, and then I will just make a I will make a Gulp and Smoke cheap. This is a very bad shop, but what are you gonna do? Create a unit with plus 10. We could fit an additional thing on you. Why not? There you go, now you're doing 10 more damage. Eventually we will go to a place where we can upgrade our units. I guess that's coming up next. I will grab the gold. I'm doing it specifically so that we have enough money to upgrade our units more. And we'll probably dupe our bounty stalkers eventually. Enemy units do more damage. The sweep sucks, but I don't really care if you kill my champion. I'll just bring him back. Well, actually, our bottom floor doesn't matter because of the fact that the got the same damn setup. The boss is gonna have stealth. We need to purge the stealth, play bounty stalkers after we mold them all back. It's gonna be a little tricky, but it is doable. We could also just play a Crypt Builder, but then you're gonna kill me. I mean, you're gonna kill me anyways, but like that's kind of the point. My units come back to life. Okay, I mean, we're gonna play. We're gonna play exactly as we intend to. You have a massive amount of frostbite on you now. This will kill you and kill the unit behind you. Would love to also kill you. Okay, 58. So this will kill all 3 units. And it's a little overkill, but this will kill you. We'll gain money. And then we can just stealth you up. And then all of a sudden, hey, you suck. You gain more damage every turn. That actually doesn't matter. So we'll save these for incants, I suppose. Oh, look, it's our other units. So you do need to go out. You're gonna get swept, who cares? I could also daze you. I could also descend you. And then, I don't know if you're gonna actually die. You'll probably just not, but it is something to consider. This will kill you, so we'll play you. I can't believe we haven't gotten any molds. I guess we got 1 on turn 1, which is always really annoying when that happens, but what are you gonna do? We don't really want to permafrost anything. We only want to permafrost a unit or a mold. So for now, I kind of like that you guys are getting hit by the frostbite, but if it's not enough to get kills, a daze on you, I suppose it does matter a little bit. Or just have a descend here so you don't hit the pyre. You know what? So you don't hit the pyre, I'm gonna do this. And then to stop you all, well, let's because we can still hit an incant if we draw the siren, and then I can stop you from blowing up the pyre. There you go. You're probably taking like 9 damage. Yeah, you're taking 9 damage, so you're barely not dying. But we got our mold, so we'll start with 1. Start with 1. We do want to play this one. So I think we will, well, I think we'll play a bounty stalker at the bottom just to wipe the floor. Yeah. Putting him in front, in fact, will kill, kill, kill. And then we know we're gonna have another one, which will kill, kill, kill. So we'll play the Siren up here. Why? Because why not? Because you're not killing her, she'll get the last kill. So we want you to be in front. We want you to be in front. Everything's dying, which is beautiful. And turn. And because the units exploded, we actually did kill our unit, which is nice because it means we can bring him back. He's coming back, boys! Now, we need a tank for you as well. So I think we will primitive mold. Or we could preserve it. Or we could play primitive mold, preserve, and then save the primitive mold. We got 3 coming up. Okay, let's play it. It's not a good enough tank, but it will block like 3 hits from the boss. But wouldn't you rather just bring back and mold and keep the bounty stalker rather than a siren? Because a bounty stalker will crush. But we can mold it back, but these guys are possibly going to get molded as well. All right, we'll play you. We'll mold. We'll preserve. Oh, Frozen Lance. That's what I'll do for you. I will try to keep you going. Now you're taking 12 damage. Yeah, I know, that's not good. But we got a bounty stalker. With the bounty stalker, we can play it and it'll die. And tank 1 hit, I think. Really wish I could keep this. So if it tanks 1 hit, I think you do get played at the front. The burnout there was kind of expected. Not getting anything kind of blows here. We didn't draw any units. So what do? We got our mold coming up. I think we need to wait and mold a tank as opposed to playing the bounty stalker in order to just burn 3 stealth. But then again, we don't have if we draw a lot of mold, we can't really capacity up this floor. I could play you, give you stealth, and then that'll purge like another 4 turns of it. I could even give you a little bit of armor, but that's not gonna do it. It's just gonna buff capacity of the floor. So I could play you up here, but that'll purge your burnout. So this is a very kind of tricky situation. You might just want to play the crypt builder. Purging 3 turns of stealth has got to be worth more. Just because, like, if we can't de-stealth you, we're dying. So there's a goodbye frostbite. I don't know what this could draw to actually keep us alive here. I mean, that's not what you're looking for. Yeah, okay, so we're dead. Which is, you know, extremely disappointing, let me just say that. None of my units had enough health to survive the stealth. We should have taken resin removal, and, you know, I regret it absolutely. We'll start up another one here, though, on the same combination. I gotta admit, though, that was like one of the best starts I've seen, and we got drafts at least again. Days Talos, Harvest, and Days on Arcus, Seraph the Patient again. Just like one of the best starts, and I understand what we did wrong. What we did wrong was we 100% should have taken resin removal in order to stop a situation like this. I oftentimes in Monster Train do neglect taking specific counters to bosses. You know, I will always grab... Oh man, this is so... Like, this can be so good, but this can also be so great, but we don't really have expensive units, and so Pyre gets plus 40 is like... We'll go with the Extinguish, and we'll try to get some tomb units later. At least we still got you. I'll take the book, you know, to counter Patient Seraph. I'll take the book in order to, you know, break the buff gain from the 2-1 backline units that make sweeps worse or make the stealth unit worse or whatever. The multi-strike unit worse. But I will frequently just completely neglect a resin removal just because I don't think about it. I'm like, why would I need this card? This seems like it's gonna suck. And that's not what we should be doing. Okay, got a couple frozen cards. At least we are gonna be able to bring back one sweet draft. You're not gonna be able to kill it. It'll burn out next turn though, but like what else are you gonna do? You're not dying either. Now you are. Look, this is not great. These units are gonna make it to the Pyre, but at the very least we're stopping the top floor. 30, 40, 50. A daze up here might be able to get all of the kills. 30? And you have 49. If I play a Mollusk Mage Frozen Lance, it actually does kill you, but then I can't daze. So we have to daze, which means the draft is better, because it'll do 50, which will kill you. You'll die to the frostbite, and then you will make it up to the Pyre and hit it for 5. I mean, that's gotta be the play. We do discard our hand, which really sucks, but... And what was the unit that was dead? A Train Steward? I don't really care. The discarding our hand sucks, but, you know, should we draw those cards again, they will be frozen. And we can do... one of these. We're doing 65 damage. As long as I can play one unit, you should die to something. I mean, that's pretty much what we were hoping for. You'll die to frostbite now. Okay. Not quite as clean as the first round, but it works. You can't apply armor 1 to friendly units. You know, I actually really do like this to help keep our units alive, but again, we don't necessarily need that with the molds. Burnout is a problem, though. Oh, I also had the option, I guess, of taking a card that would increase burnout. We should have maybe grabbed that. Give me an Ice Tornado. It's already frozen. And we do kind of want tomb units. I mean, deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit twice. That's a good enough unit to grab. And I think we'll go... I don't have any... Well, I do have one big spell. Maybe we'll take the Silophyte. But Cold Celia has more health. I know that's a very minor thing, but... if it gives her a chance of living through one additional attack, why not grab it? Unit upgrades, cheap upgrades on the drafts I would be interested in. Let's see what we get. Quick, we do have a sweeper, so that does make me think that that's what we're looking for. And again, you know, I hate to say it, but, well, we don't have the double incant relic anymore. Do we still want to put a draft inside of like a Cold Celia or something? I don't know. Do we want Rage? I don't know. Do we want a Siren? I don't know. Basically, I don't know, but I do think it's a good enough unit to take. We will make Cold Celia quick. And as a result of making you quick, I think I'm just gonna give you damage, because if you do die, I can just bring you back, but Illicit at least allows us to kill units, so we're out of gold. We're not gonna take anything here. Intrinsic doesn't matter. We have nothing good. And Magic Power, I don't even have a good spell. And I don't wanna mold early. I think molding early is a bad thing. I think molding early is a way of getting yourself killed. And by molding, I mean melding. By melding, I mean taking packed shards. I don't want to do that, please. What I will do is play you. Play you. This floor is looking nice. You're gonna die, but it gives us a mold target. Wish I could kill you. Maybe we should have thought about that a little bit, but I don't know what else we could have done. You're burning out, you tank. Our draw is gonna be garbage. And I really hate that you got away, but you know, whatever. I knew we would hold it, so figured we might as well. You're making it? I don't like it, but it is what it is. You can tank, you can do damage. We know we're gonna hold on to one of those. You hit the pyre. You hit the pyre for 2. That's not a big deal. You can tank, doing 120. You know what? We have nothing good in our hand anyways. Let's just daze them all. But what would I keep? A train steward? I got a train steward, so I can always play it, but, you know, in theory, a train steward is not what we're looking for. Alright, 2 damage, no problem. Miss the collector. Annoying. Titan's Gratitude, Flash Freeze, Crypt Builder. I do kind of like a Crypt Builder, because if it gets frozen, we'll be able to play it later. And I do like a targeted mold, because it's a good holdover. And I kind of do like the idea of going for a unit. I think our units are going to be good enough for the boss fight. So why don't we see what we can get? Frozen cards are reduced to 0. That's a synergy. That's a synergy that I really like, especially with possible expensive cards like Ice Tornado, which is now free, and Crypt Builder. A random unit is also tempting, but I think because we have a bit of a frozen synergy here, we gotta go for it. We did get holdover, my god. Look, it doesn't have to be as good of a run as the last one was. It just has to be okay. Big Sludge is playable. Trapdoor, Steel Pulley Claw. Trap Shoot, Steel Pulley Claw. Here's the thing, if we don't play an expensive spell and it gets frozen, we'll just play it later for free. So if we draw this and don't play it and it gets frozen, we'll play it for free. Now, little annoying, but we do need to Big Sludge, and we do need to Big Sludge the bottom floor, I think. Like if I Big Sludge, you know what? Apply Daze 1 to the attacked unit, you're actually gonna kill the Siren of the Sea. All right, I think what we do is we actually play up here. And I played in the wrong order, but Big Sludge is gonna harvest on the top floor, I think. It gives us an opportunity to play our burnout units, and in theory, a better play is Cold Celia to buff him up. But wouldn't we rather let our units die and come back and get replayed constantly because he's gonna do enough damage anyways? And we can just play Tethys up here finally? Like even right now, I'm like, okay, play Cold Celia, gets the kill, applies Frostbite, play Tethys, oh hey look, applying Frostbite. Oh look, it's a Siren, now we didn't play any spells, but hey, you're burning out! Makes me think that, oh, this actually very good. Does make me think that maybe, this is annoying for the burnout though. Does make me think that maybe a capacity is the right play, but we've got a few 1-pip units that can fit up here as long as she dies. More cards to draw. That's totally fine. And if you die, I don't really care because I'll just bring you back. You have haste. But next turn we can play the quick unit up here. It's gonna have burnout 1 and it'll kill 5 units, including itself. So I do like that. So what do we play? I think we play the Train Steward and the Draft. That way the Primitive Mold gets permafrosted. How's that? Maybe don't play the Mollusk Mage though, because I don't want it to be hit by a Primitive Mold. I want the holdover to hit a specific target, which it will do here. Cold Celia, who's gonna tank all the damage, kill everything, and this guy's gonna get, I mean, let's just face it, he's gonna get a lot of rage. Don't forget about your Entombed Explosive either. That is doing 100 damage. And the Draft can do some damage as well. And then if we play a Train Steward, we can keep a mold. I don't really want to, so I will actually just play this to bring back a Train Steward right here. Energy is, well, we don't need energy. I think we do need capacity to play our units that we keep getting in our hand frozen. Card removal might actually be the best thing that we could get, of course, but how the heck are we gonna get that? Frenzied Swarm can hit Crypt Builder. I think we just want to hit an Ice Tornado though, but what we might want to do first is actually Siren, so we can get this unit buffed with Incants. Like so, and so. I think we got very good units here as well, because you can go in front, you can go behind, toss out an Ice Tornado, toss out a Frenzied Swarm, which will hit Crypt Builder, killing this unit. You're taking 205. That's a decent amount of Frostbite, and as long as we get, well, we know we're getting this as a mold, which means that the Siren's coming out, which means that the Siren's tanking, which means that this guy's taking virtually no damage. We got a Draft out of it too. You can go in front. Just don't play Steel Bully Claw. That went fine, and the Harvest Sludge, ideally, give him Multi-Strike. Trigger Extinguish without killing it, consume. Discard your hand, draw, Ancient Synergy. Ancient, I mean, we have kind of a spell synergy here with the fact that they can become free. Intent on Death can right now only hit the Entombed Explosive. I think we'll take a Ancient Synergy. Tycoon, Siren, Celia. Tycoon is tempting to put in Big Sludge as like a super harvest floor. I do kind of like it. Should give us a lot of gold. Is the gold that important? I don't know, it could be. I don't think we want to duplicate though. I don't think we have enough good units to duplicate. The holdover molded, maybe. But I think I'm just gonna go to the right here and grab a good free relic, and Resin Block is that good free relic. Another Siren and another Silophyte. I mean, I know they're common units, but come on. What's gonna get put in Cold Celia? Technically, a Draft in Cold Celia is not bad because it's sweep quick. So if it burns out, it'll just come back eventually anyways, but we have to mold it back. But I think that's actually okay. So if we put a Draft in Cold Celia, nothing in Big Sludge. Well, Harvest Baron, maybe. If we put a... I think we take nothing. I think we actually overtook units now that I'm kind of looking at the situation. Doesn't matter. You know, Ice Tornado, Magic Power and Piercing is pretty good. Ancient Synergy, Magic Power and Piercing is also pretty good. I think we do want the Draft in Cold Celia though, because we can target the Bring Back, and that's actually really good damage with the sweep. It'll die, get molded, come back, get even stronger, multi-strike. The only negative is the burnout, and the unit's gonna die anyways because it only has a 15 health, so I think that's fine. I think that a Because this is permafrost, I like this, but this... All right, I'll put the piercing on the ice tornado, but we're not gonna take anything else. I think we've already taken too much, but... Sweep? No, because we got a sweeper, I think this is still fine. We had a sweeper last run. It was the ice effect on our unit. The tank. So this will be interesting. We'll see how this goes. We at least did get what we wanted. What we wanted was the mold. So what do? We're gonna play our floor. And we're gonna make sure that the siren dies so that she gets brought back. But Big Sludge and Tethys will go on the bottom. One unit's dying, which is great. But we want the quick unit, and we got her. And we would like her to be in the front. Can we get the collector? No. If we can't get the collector, I will play Cold Celia at the top. You will die and be molded back next turn. We can play Primitive Mold or Mold and try to keep this. I will play Mold and try to keep this. I will do that by just getting the train stewards out of my hand. In fact, we can just dump them on a floor if we really want. We can dump them here, actually. We can dump one here. You, with burnout, will die. And you'll tank the damage. You'll tank the damage and die. And then I am going to play up here to kill you. I'm going to play you up here to kill you. I don't like that Ember Drain. We should have played it in the different order, of course. Now, the Tycoon is going to go inside a sludge eventually. We got a Draft, which should kill this floor. Pretty much. You're living, which is scary, now that I think about it. Yeah, I should have worried about you, maybe. However... Again, should have played in a different order. And we should have let the train steward in the back die, so we took 17 damage that I shouldn't have taken, because I'm a fool. But, that's fine. We also have the Polyclaw, maybe it'll get held over. You'll Burnout 2. You're a bit of a tank. Not drawing our high damage spells is kind of annoying. You're burning out, I'll bring you back. You should tank to get kills, but if I play you here, you can tank. If I play you here, you can tank, and you're not dying. What's dead? Train Steward with Burnout 2. You can go there. You have Burnout 2 here. Okay, we should play you here. You here. All of a sudden, things are looking better. They shouldn't have looked this scary to begin with. Actually, I can't mold you back until 2 turns from now because I want the Siren to die first, but I can just play it to bring something back. Like the Draft. Which can go here. Get some kills. You're not dying. Alright, you know what? I tell you what, I would rather freeze this to be able to play it for free on a Burnout Siren of the Sea floor. I could just play the explosive to do 100 damage. Like, that's not a problem. Big Sludge is not quite doing the damage that I would like, but I think that's okay. What do we want here? Cold Celia is really good, but the Siren's a little tankier. which I think will matter for the bottom floor. So we'll bring back the Siren. You're dead. All right. Well, if you're dead, I'm your dad. We did get Cold Seal, so we'll just play her up here. Okay. It's working. It was a little sloppy, and I did take damage I should not have taken. I just literally misplayed. Apply Frozen to a random card in your hand, Cuddle Hex. Here's the thing. We have the relic that does it, so I don't think we need the unit that does it. A Titan's Tooth interests me, but we have a quick unit that is essentially the same thing, so I don't think this is necessary. I think this is a skip. Crystalline Seeds, you know, it's gonna have to be gilded at some point, but we don't have to do it right now. And Hallowed Halls I really like because it's Hallowed Halls, so we'll take this. Possibly one of the best cards in literally the entire game, and it's going to be great for us. Now, trinkets, merchants, and card removal, and a free trinket. You gotta go here, although there is a concealed caverns, maybe to make that a little bit more interesting. Friendly units get stronger or better incanting. I mean, we only have one incanter. Units coming out stronger, I do like. I mean, it is more damage. If you reform, do you get the bonus again? I'm going to assume no? Which makes me think that the Siren can actually turn into a very good tank with Founding Seal. So I will grab that. It also does mean that it could be a good meld target with something like a Giraffe, although we've dealt with that before, and I don't know if it's actually worked as well as I would like it to work. Tycoon in the Sludge, I think, is okay. Armor gain on the Sludge, thanks to Incant, is also actually pretty good. Because we can play spells on his floor, get his armor up, and then he's his own tank for Relentless and whatnot. So I actually really like that, and we will reroll and find something else. The real question is, what do we spend our money on? Do we buy Endless, etc.? Spell Chain. I mean, a Hallowed Halls spell chain is really good, but an Ice Tornado spell chain is free after it gets frozen. So this is actually 30 damage to a random enemy unit 6 times. Permafrost Piercing. It's really good as a spell. I think we'll actually just upgrade this. High on the shards, but we're on fight 5. Oh, we're actually gonna get even more shards here in a second. Yeah, we are. We could put Siren in the draft, and then it's only 1 capacity. And it will scale more slowly, but we can fit more units on the floor. I think first, though, I do want to, well, put the Siren in you. It's not that good, though. I'm gonna do it. We're at 105, which is high, but I'm gonna do it. I don't want this. We're gonna mold back. I don't really want the damage, but you know what? On a draft, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the draft, so I'm just gonna upgrade him just to have him upgraded, and we're gonna look for. We were looking for multi-strike, large stone. Here's the thing. Siren in the draft is 1 capacity. Large stone draft is no longer 1 capacity, makes him not as good of a unit, and the Siren can't really fit in front of Big Sludge with our champion anymore. So I think this is actually a bit of a whiff. The burnout bonus on the Entombed Explosive is fine. I think the burnout bonus on the draft might be a little bit better though. Because the Entombed Explosive has 1 HP, he's gonna die anyways, so I think we'll just do this, and I don't do this often. I will purge Train Stewards. The reason why is I never want to play one. If I'm playing a Train Steward, I'm not playing better units that burn out. Enemies appear in each floor. Sweeper, Sweeper. Well, our champion doesn't have to live because our harvest unit, in theory, will do enough here. And enemy units appearing on each floor. What this tells me is that we can actually play on the top floor with our harvest unit because we're gonna get, you know, these guys as we move up. And we didn't get the harvest unit. I actually think this is still basically perfect. Because we got the mold again, which is absurd. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll just keep this. And then I can keep the crit builder by playing the pulley claw. I think I would prefer to just have a pulley. I would have, you know what? Either one is okay. Because either one will allow us to get the gold down on the middle floor, I think. So, Sludge. She's gonna have burnout 1, so yeah, we should probably just do it like this. I would like for this to be frozen, so we'll play the mold. The harvest gain is gonna be something. I mean, you're gonna kill my champion. If I ascend you to the pyre, it's not great for me. Held the wrong unit. This is also not free on this turn. It'll be free next turn. So if I play a Frozen Lance, you will live with 7 HP. You're gonna hit the pyre once and you're gonna gain rage 2, which means you're gonna do 8 damage. I can't stop you. As a result, I won't even try. I wish I could stop you. I wish I could do anything. I can kill you, but I don't see the point. It's only days 3, so that's only 90 damage. You'd hit it 3 times if I daze you. At least right now you're not hitting it for much. So I think we will, we'll Siren. Just to have done so, and I mean, we can still pop down a Mollusk Mage, but I don't see the point right now. And if our champion dies, we can bring him back. Could we have played Ice Tornado? Oh no, we were Ember Drained, so we could not have played Ice Tornado. That's fine, that's fine. We do, however, need to bring back our units. Bringing you back is fine because you have Burnout, and then I will bring back my Gold Celia, who will wipe the floor and tank all the damage. I do need to incant up here. I don't forget that. It's just hard to do, and I should probably prioritize that over you. Let's be honest. I think I should save this for the boss, though. I will play you here. Just because the draft, if the draft dies and comes back, it's going to be strong. Hallowed Halls will kill a floor and bring it back. However, I do want to bring, I do want to bring back my champion, though. But if the champion's on the bottom floor and then he gets brought back a few times, I'm okay with that. I am. So I think we will a little bit of armor. Go ahead and wipe the floor. I know this kills the Siren too, but champion, I hate you being at the front. The champion coming back with more burnout on its own is worth quite a lot. Although he's gonna get hit by sweep, but like I don't really care. I think we're gonna be fine. This still is not good because it means the pyre takes damage, and I don't want to play the Ice Tornado because I want to play it on the boss. So I'm just gonna chill. You're burning out, which is totally fine. Everything down here burned out, which is totally fine. Bring me back a Mollusk Mage. Then we need to play this one. We get to choose. If we get to choose, we want to put as much frostbite on you as possible. This doesn't allow us to put much on you, but it allows us to put some on you. And then I actually also, you know what, let's not play the Mollusk Mage. I just don't want to add garbage to my deck, my hand. Do this and then don't discard your hand, just play this. So why not play Ice Tornado? I mean, we could have, and then we would shuffle at this point, but we will play it. Just give me a minute. I mean, Champion's doing 100 damage. That's real good. Real good. Don't worry, I'm gonna play this. Believe you me, it will be played. Now we've got all of our spells ready to go. So yes, you're taking 64 damage, except take 60. Well, yeah, take 60. Take 90. Take 90. Take 90. Then mold back, mold back, mold back. Bring back your champion. Put units down. Now you're freaking dying. If you weren't dying before, you're dying now. Yeah, that kind of worked. Freeze a card in your hand. We already freeze enough, but to be able to specify like a primitive mold, I actually think that's kind of okay. We're gonna take draw after this anyways. Another Hallowed Halls, huh? The thing is, it's a real good card. What does this deck do? This deck summons the sweeper, it lets it die, and then it summons it back over and over again. I actually feel like dumping Siren and duping Cold Celia is our play coming up. In which case, I don't think we really need a Hallowed Halls, just to bring back Draft. There's actually a few different dupes that I would like. Can't dupe here. We can upgrade units. Big Sludge being upgraded would be very good. I already have Holdover on the card that I want, so I don't think we really need spells. Card removal, always helpful. There's always garbage to remove. Endless is trash. Don't want it. 25 health on Big Sludge, also kind of good, but let's reroll, see what we get. We did get multi-strike. Another Incant Armor is admittedly kind of tempting, but we want the multi-strike. We have to take it. So even if he's not quick, doesn't matter. We have a quick unit. And then, I think I'll pay for removal. We'll certainly dump the Frozen Lances. Siren of the Sea isn't really a tank. We want it to die and come back, I think. So give it burnout. I don't think we want to give it burnout. Spend to have it gain armor though, and then I will pay to remove a another Frozen Lance. What's coming up? A Merchant of Steel, but also a Hellvent. We're gonna go Hellvent. Why not give the Siren burnout? Because there might be a situation where I just want her to live for a turn so that next turn she can also be a tank, but now that I think about it, that's probably not true. We probably always want her to die if she's coming out so that we can make room for the harvest. You know what's interesting is that we can actually do it here. Except she's not gonna come back with enough health. So you know what? I actually think this is your play. I think you Ancient Synergy to kill the units, and then you play your champion. I think that's what matters, because then we can Big Sludge and Cold Celia, and now and we got Mold, so now we've got the Mold holdover. Yeah, I think that was very good. Easy. And we bring it back, and we're just gonna constantly play all of our spells whenever possible. You're gonna tank as much as possible. You know what? I don't like Mollusk Mages. Just for armor, basically. So we could just play him to get him out of our hand. I don't like the idea of doing that, though, because the Mollusk Mages might take up our primitive mold reform. But that's what the molded is for, and then also, it's a really good floor to play spells now. If we have spells to play. Which we should play, because the spells are good, and the spells actually do a lot of damage. So, get you out of my hand. Play you. Play you. Play you. I don't think we need to play... Here's the thing. I don't think we need to save Preserve, but it doesn't matter if we play it because Steel Pulley Claw is being preserved anyways. We could play it just to get an incant, but we're gonna draw through our deck and get incants anyways. So I don't see why it matters. Old Celia is now doing 82 damage, and our Big Sludge is doing quite a lot as well. We'll just make sure that that is still there. You know what we can do? And I just realized this, or just thought about this. On waves remaining 1, we can Pulley Claw the boss if we have nothing else to do. We can't really play this because it's going to ruin our hand. But we can just play the draft. This floor has seen 0 action. You know, we should probably just dump 2 molds. So we have a hand of cards that, like, now we can draw cards. And since it's waves remaining 1, let's get you dazed. This won't push you to the pyre. It'll push the boss to the pyre at waves remaining 0. As long as you have waves remaining, this won't do it. Don't play this. Play this. We will certainly daze you up here, but for now, make sure we have that next turn. I will incant. We need more armor. It's always useful. Incant for more armor. It's always useful. Let's Frozen Lance, Mold, Preserve Ancient Synergy, and then daze the crap out of you. And now we have 3 turns of daze on the boss. He's dying just to a Big Sludge Tethys Titan's Bane. But not the unit we wanted, is the unit we wanted. Now we're doing even more. And so we didn't even play the Siren, because the Siren isn't a unit that we want early. It's the Sweeper or Sludge. And we don't have to play on the bottom. We can play on the middle if we have to. Trigger Extinguish without killing. We don't have... I got 1 Extinguish unit. I think we skip. We do want draw, I think. Because there are cards that we want to pick up as soon as possible from our draw pile. Energy's not a problem. If we draw a card and we can't play it, we just wait 1 turn, and then we play it. The question here is, do we want another Cold Celia, and do we want to remove a Siren? And I think the answer is absolutely yes to both of those. I think in Monster Train, you kind of have to double down on your units, your good units. We have the Incant Seal, but we're just not using it at all. The most important card on our deck is Cold Celia, just to kill things. I will give you Frostbite 40. We're not going to take the gold, because if we take the Pact here, we'll get the gold anyways. Non-boss enemy units get +8. Here's the thing, I don't think it matters because all the units are gonna die to the quick sweepers anyways, and we'll just play Harvest Baron on the top floor if we think the bottom floor is too powerful. Which it's not. So we'll play on the bottom. 10, 5, 10. It's a tough one because Cold Celia will die, and Tethys Titan's Bane will also get creamed. But we can just mold him back. Or we could play him up here, but we can play him here and then mold him back from the top floor, but he's gonna have burnout 1. So on the first hit, you're gonna take 5. On the second hit, you're gonna take 10. And then another 10 is gonna come in. Sorry, the first 10 will kill you. The second 10 will kill a unit behind you. You know what? I can keep Tethys Titan's Bane alive. I just have to play the Daze, which means we won't play Ancient Synergy. Tethys Titan's Bane will hit this guy and do 16 and put 40 Frostbite on him. That's good enough. Something to keep in mind, though, is I think we have to play Entombed Explosive behind, not in front. I think it doesn't work this way because she'll take... Sorry. The bomb will take 10, and she'll take 5. No, the bomb will take 5. Well, it doesn't matter. I guess order does not matter here. So we'll just do it like... If we put you in the back, you'll do more damage to the... Order does matter! Not for keeping the champion alive. Entombed Explosive in the back will do more damage to the Gilded Wing in the front. There you go. 125. That actually kills you once we play this. All right, so we had to think about it, but we actually did get a very good draw for that turn, it seems. Now, Big Sludge. Certainly is not looking good for Big Sludge, but that's what a second Cold Celia is for. So we will play Sludge. You're getting away, but we're getting 400 gold from this anyways, so I think we will just preserve this. I want to get the armor on him as soon as possible, even though it's probably not super important. We'll mold. We got another one. We got another one. Now the Celias are starting to tank a lot of damage from the Sludge Man. He's a sludge man. And we'll do this, and this, and this, and this. I don't know if that really made any difference at all as far as the damage that we were taking, but whatever. We're getting a lot of gold and we're getting a lot of rage. Gold and rage, the only thing that matters. You're gaining a lot of armor. Oh wait, now you're not. And now you have enough health that you're not actually, you know, leaking damage down to Sludge Man. He's a sludge man. I think we will play our spells though, and the reason for this is we can draw them back now. And damage. You're gonna get hit for 15, sorry, you're gonna get hit for 24 regardless of what we do here. So we will play this for the incant, which is giving him a lot of armor. And then we do this and this. Abe's remaining 2. So it's Brief Respite next. So we'll probably... One. Respite. If I play you here, you'll burn out. Hallowed Halls is just sitting in my hand, but it can sit there. We don't have to play it. You're gonna live with 1 HP. I guess that's good. Hold on to the mold. I wish I could target you with a freaking spell. Anything to mold over? Yeah, bomb. We're gonna shuffle. The real question is, do I want to discard my hand think the answer is no. It would get a couple of triggers, but I don't think I want them. You're dead. All right, if you're dead, I will get some additional armor, and card's already frozen. I will play nothing. End turn. And he's doing 400 damage on his own, which is pretty good. If he ever dies and we have to bring him back, life is gonna be pain. Ideally, that'll never happen though. We don't need these, so we'll say no. Frostbite Totem, yeah, I know, I see it. Trigger extinguish without killing it, doesn't matter. Subsuming Blade, doesn't matter. There's a cool synergy here with the Remnant Host Draft being summoned, extinguish triggers, and Harvest Sludge. It's not for us, not for us. We have 1,000 gold. We do not need to upgrade units, so do we want to take advantage of duplication? I think the answer is no. As a result, I think we're gonna go left for spells and then just spend money on trinkets. The free card removal is quite nice. Extinguish, apply armor 5. I actually really like this for keeping the sludge alive. Jack strips. It purges damage shields, but we don't need it with our sweepers. This is actually kind of okay. Gain energy if you discard a card. We don't have a card that allows the discard to happen, so this is not important, and this is not important. Units get an extra upgrade slot. It's always at the very end, damn it. 5 energy when a tomb unit dies. Energy is not a problem. Maybe we can do something with hallowed halls. Yeah, okay. So we can have one floor that's just being reformed over and over again and coming back even stronger. And we do have resin blocks, so that is actually pretty strong. It doesn't have to be the floor with the floor? It doesn't have to be the floor with our guy on it, our harvest. It can be just another floor. We'll make it cheaper. Magic power, just put it on, you know, something. It works better on you. Permafrost. A pre-frosted crypt builder is really nice because it'll be free on a following turn. We got the money, we'll spend. Something being cheaper. Now we can play it. Pretty much guaranteed. I like. We'll do card removal if there's nothing else to do here. Even something being 2 less, I don't care about. This is essentially meaningless. So I guess we'll take Rage whenever you lose a stack of Burnout. It'll help Cold Celia and the Giraffe slightly. Alternatively, we could just remove, like, the molds. Since we have molds now. Just like purge that and purge this. Do I have the book? I don't. But like we can just use hallowed halls to keep anything dead brought back, and if something, if we want to bring back a specific unit, we can just bring back that specific unit with the it's not enough to kill you, which is very frustrating. Well, that'll kill you. We can just bring back a specific unit with the Hold Moldover. The Hold Moldover! My God, it's brilliant. So this is kind of a funny play here. Because everything in our hand is frozen, I think you play Cold Celia. I think you preserve Big Sludge, and then you play nothing. Because Cold Celia is dying, since she can't get the kill on her own. Now when we play her, she will get the kill on her own, so I think this is actually fine. We can play Big Sludge. I think we absolutely want Tethys out here. He can stack up a lot of Frostbite on the boss. We want to mold. Are we okay paying for it? What are we gonna play? 1 energy, 2 energy, 3 energy. Yeah, we can play 1 mold. Might as well save the free one. I will probably still play it for Incant. Now you're getting a kill on these frontline units. We should probably play you up here, even though it's gonna buff you to get a kill on you. We could also just play this, which is actually probably way better. Because it's Incant 1 versus Incant, well, more than 1. We'll play that, we'll play that. Literally everything is dying. Do you play this to Incant? I think you absolutely do, because you don't need it. Like, actually, you just don't need these cards anymore. So I think I'll even play this for the Incant, this for the Incant. What do I mean by don't need it? We are not gonna need those cards to kill any enemy that shows up on any floor. It's just not gonna happen. When you play, this doesn't play, it just summons. So in theory, this only counts for 1 Incant trigger, and then we will summon back a Cold Celia, which will kill you, which I like. We're gonna play a Mollusk Mage, and we're gonna play an Entombed Explosive. Don't ask me these questions. I really think you just do this. Yeah, it only counted as 1 Incant. Hold that for later. Hold this for later. I will play a bomb up here. I actually kind of like this, so if anything spawns up here, it'll just die due to the bomb. And then we don't have to play a spell up there. Okay, yeah, I mean, I know. It's probably not worth the Incant to get 4 armor, so I will play, we only have 2 units, so we'll just bring them back. 16 damage. You getting the melee weakness actually does suck, but there's not really much we can do about it. Actually, if I don't play anything, you're not gonna get hit. So, or sorry, if I play a unit, you're not gonna get hit at all. So is that good? I don't know. Kind of wish we had a resin removal now, but we'll still play you. You have both Burnout 3. You're taking 62. Why are you getting, oh, because there's 2 units here. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. So you're almost gonna die, but you are going to live. The fact that you're dying is actually fine. I could daze all these enemies. I don't think that's actually worth it. I think what we want to do is just keep building up a Hallowed Halls floor. We'll keep both of these, and if we get the Consume, we can build up like 4 turns of daze on him right before the end. Or we could play it. I'd actually rather not play it. Okay, so as expected, you're dying. Hallowed Halls is still great. Just keeps making big units. I'm putting all of my eggs on either Big Sludge or Tethys Titan's Bane being able to kill him with Frostbite. Is it gonna be enough? Who knows? We go through the deck pretty quickly, so I actually think we do preserve this. Incant. Incant. You being in front is nice because it means that spell weakness will hit you, but you're still killing me in 1 hit, basically regardless. We should not have even played it like this, but it's not gonna matter, you're gonna burn out. Play this. I will play 1 Hallowed Halls. Units are getting quite strong. We've got 3 frozen cards in hand, but we're not gonna play them. Waves remaining 1 means ideally we daze now. We're gonna draw, discard daze, or, no, we have to play this now. But you are taking 236 damage, which means you're getting hit by Frostbite. I still think it's worth dazing you, because by dazing you, I'll be able to stack up Frostbite 2 turns in a row. So I absolutely think you do this. Cold Celia is still dying, which means we can replay her if we want. I think you absolutely want to mold. I think you absolutely want to Hallowed Halls. And you 100% can play spells if you want. And I think we should. Again, just for the armor buff, which I don't know if the armor buff is actually gonna matter like at all, but we might as well. It's a lot of damage. And Cold Celia didn't die! But it's okay, because I think 1 days will actually just do it. So, before we do that, maybe we should have brought back the mold, but you're taking 3,300 damage, so I think you are gonna die. So, how do I feel? Do I feel like we have a good chance? I hope so. I really don't think we can play top floor Divinity, although maybe we can with the days, but we only have 1 days card in the deck that doesn't consume. I really hope we just draw enough on turn 1 to keep our champ alive, which didn't happen. And if it didn't happen, well, it did happen because we got days, so this should be fine. Yeah, actually, yeah, actually, I think this will be fine. 10? You're gonna die, you're at 5 HP. No, the champion's gonna die to the trample unless we put the draft in front. Because we have 22 damage coming in with trample. So the draft tanking 10 means Cold Celia is going to take 12, she'll die to burnout, and she can come back next turn through a variety of molding mechanics. Or we can get another one, but we have a mold, primitive mold, Hallowed Halls even, but I don't want to kill Tethys. If he dies, actually, it's not even that bad. He can just be brought back. But I think this will work. We just got to play this. Would love to perform this, but we have to daze. Play you in the front. Why is she dying? Oh, because nothing's dazed yet. Good point, good point. Now, you might get hit by spikes and die, so maybe, you dying is actually not a big problem. How are you living? You're actually healing for 5 without the daze? How? 11, 11, you die, do 10 damage, draft dies, you hit for 6, you hit for 6. You're not quick, are you? You hit for 6. You're gonna gain 5 armor, though, on death. Wait a minute, extinguish abilities trigger twice. It's actually armor 10. Okay. So yeah, it is actually best not to play anything. We'll try to save the mold. Okay. Oh, he got down to 1 HP and then healed up for 10. All right. So I had it right and wrong at the same time, but whatever, at least it worked. All right, so, I mean, I think we'll be fine. Honestly, if he had the pyre, whatever, but I've got another cold Celia to play. Play you. Play you. Gotta start stacking up that armor. 5? Okay, so 5 damage and 12 means you will die. And you're getting all the kills. But there's also spikes, and so that's another 6. So 5, 12, and 6. It's 21 damage, right? No, 23 damage, which is actually perfect. So you want to go in front. Everyone's taking a little bit of damage. Tiny little tiny bit of damage. And in fact, pushing you to the back, I think, is great because then our champion won't take any damage. This floor, you're just gonna get hit by a Celia. What's dead? A draft? I can bring back a draft, no problem. I mean, probably gonna get you know what? I think we save it to bring back a Celia or a draft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just we only draw 6. It's technically not guaranteed that we're gonna bring back a mold, but we can just play it next turn. So let's just play it next turn. That'll do pretty good on this floor. I think we push you to the back, because now you're gonna take a lot of damage / die, and we're actually taking none, but that's because of the armor gained. That's fine. Just end your turn. We're gonna draw 6, which is not guaranteed to draw the mold, but we did. Okay. So now we mold. I should really looked at the floor, but they all have spikes, which means let's just take the damaging one, because you're gonna die to the spikes anyways. Oh, you're taking 36 damage, huh? It's actually fine, because I could just play like Ancient Synergy or Ice Tornado twice. We also have Hallowed Halls. So with Hallowed Halls, I think what we want to do is play up here and then wipe our own units, which we can easily do. And 2 good units are dead. And we can play them up here just to, you know, get swept. Who cares? If they die, they'll come back anyways, and you hitting the bomb is actually very good for us. So we have exactly enough energy to play this too. It'll be you, mold, you, Hallowed Halls. Now we're gonna get 4 units. And we blew up our bomb. So you're taking 200 damage on this floor, you're healing for 4 on this floor. We will play a spell. Did lose spikes, which is pretty good. We're still taking 20, but that's actually like not bad. It means we're gonna still have, you know, red health on that unit. And they didn't really get too much on the way up, which is nice. You're getting hit by Frostbite from Tethys, but I need to hit you more. So, play this. I'm gonna bring back whatever you can. 460 is a lot better, because Big Sludge is hitting you for an extra 100, and we're hitting you for an extra 100. Then, I think you absolutely just want to continuously Hallowed Halls. We can mold every turn for you, so we do want to play this first, just because we get, you know, another unit dying, coming back and becoming stronger. So you're taking 200 damage on this turn. If we can do 200 damage every turn, that's not bad. We only have 6 turns, but then by the time we hit Relentless, hopefully, you know, you'll be strong enough. This seems like a good daze to stop the marksman. Otherwise, we'll be very scared. Ice Tornado can probably hit you too. Start here. Start here because it's free. She's dying, who cares? You get played. Taking 200. We want to do this. And this. We got one of them. Honestly, that's fine. We're taking 2 damage. Who cares? I could daze everything, which will also play Crypt Builder, which is also incanting, which also means we won't take damage. It does mean that Cold Celia is gonna live for a turn, but she's not gonna take any damage because they're all gonna be dazed. It's almost like that's beautiful or something. So you were taking 278, now you're taking 413. I mean, if we increase the amount of damage you're taking by 100 per turn, then you're gonna take probably a lethal amount of damage just from that floor. I think we will play this. Our cards are gonna get, you know, annoyingly discarded there, but that's fine. Taking 40, you're healing 45, but everything else in this floor is dying. Nothing died? Well, if nothing died, and if you're dying, and you're taking 500 damage, I'm not too worried. Both of these will freeze. Yeah, we're taking 40 on our sludge, but he still has 20 armor. That armor pickup was really good. I'm so glad we got that. Are you ember drained? Did hallowed halsing you cause you to have ember drain? Because it says play, not summon. On Divinity, the unit spawned by hallowed halls did not trigger his summon buff, but it wasn't a summon buff, it was a play. And this also says on 10, apply ember drain to the first friendly unit played on the top floor, but we didn't play a unit, we played a spell. I don't know how that works, but am I being pedantic? Potentially. You are taking 10 damage, or you're doing 10 damage to Tethys. It kind of blows. I'll admit that. Not much I can do about it, though. I don't want to daze your ass. Could daze the boss, but I do think we wait for waves remaining 0 for that. Taking 11, everyone's living. If everyone's living, you know what that means? Hallowed halls. Should be taking maybe 600? 600 damage? I mean, I think the top floor will kill you because of our scaling thanks to resin block, really. You're dying. That's fantastic. I do want to play this though, because if I play this, it's an incant and we're gonna draw something else later, so I'll just play it. The armor is gonna be very important. Okay. Tethys is living. You love to see it. This floor is good. It gives you armor, it gives me armor. Spike unit. Real question is, do you push him to the back? I think what you do is Ice Tornado. Makes it more likely that Cold Celia can get a kill. Now I think you crit builder for the incant. Do you daze? Ah, she's actually dying in one hit to the sweep. So I think you do daze, because she's gonna die anyways, and then you can keep her HP a little bit more intact. So do you play Steel Bully Claw now? I think the answer is no. Well, I think you do play it, because we're gonna daze you anyways, and so you might as well just get it out of the way now so we don't have to draw it next turn, because it's consume anyways. So dazing them didn't change the fact that she was dying, it just changed the fact that we were taking, you know, -7 damage on sludge. Now we're not. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. And now, you're coming out. Boss is dead. It's as easy as that. I don't know why I played that up there, it was kind of dumb actually. So big ups to the resin block and holdover hallowed halls. I think we would have been fine without it because our bottom floor was getting the job done. The hallowed halls, you know, I wasn't playing it down here because you can't kill your big sludge. It's this is the one unit who cannot die. Well, that and the rage siren also really cannot die. But hallowed halls made for a big final floor at the top, just in case everything fell through, but it didn't. So we didn't even need it. You can say we did not get carried by hallowed halls. What did we get carried by? Resin block, being able to buff the damage by 10 every time Cold Celia died meant that eventually she was doing 100 times 2, and you know, that was enough to scale with the damage of the enemies that we were facing. And then we're able to hit the boss every turn. Maybe not every turn, but decent. I always love this synergy where you can get the frozen cards. Doesn't happen that often. Founding Seal, the previous run, I thought we really had a very good combo with that. In this run, didn't really keep the Siren. We got rid of her, but I did give Big Sludge the incant for the armor because we did need to keep him alive, and that did come into play. Because the champion was behind him, we wanted him to be able to tank for both units and tank a little bit of damage when Cold Celia dies and gets resummoned. Now, we could have also not played our champion behind Big Sludge. We could have played a Draft in front, and then the Draft would have died, coming back, tanked damage for Big Sludge, given him armor thanks to mold braces, and then we wouldn't necessarily need the incant gain. But there are sweepers, there are spikers, so this was very helpful, I think. And having our champion on the bottom floor to help with the damage, it's just nice. Unnecessary. Also can be molded, but nice. And I love frozen cards reduced to 0 on Ice Tornado Spellchain with Piercing because you get 2 copies for free on the turn that it's free. Fantastic. I'm just looking at my deck. Like, what else did we have? We had a molded holdover, which we probably didn't need once we thinned out our deck enough, and then a Hallowed Halls, which wasn't really that important, but it's still a fun card to play with. Good run! Waxer Snuffer was useless. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.